Good afternoon and salutations. My name is Calypso, aka Mint Carousel, and welcome to the stream. I have a question. I just thought of the question. Moonfire Fox Girl, where is... I mean, I'm sure I can just find it, but just in case it's in a place where it's kind of weird, where are the screenshots saved when I press F12? Is it like, do I have to go into the Steam application, or a fancy Steam folder in like, is it in like my actual computer's folder directory? Or can I access it from on the page of the game in your library? Oh, okay. And you can click on... Okay, yeah, and then that should be able to... Yeah, I can download it. Got it. Cool. Alright. Oh, show on disk. Ah, okay, so that shows me the file directory. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Got it. Cool. Let's continue with the video game. Oh, whoops. Come on. Everything needs to be... See, I have to make sure that my applications are in the right order when I tab to the next thing. It has to go game, OBS, Twitch. There's also some way to set Steam to so it copies them to a specific folder you designate. Oh, I need to do that. I can figure that out on my own, but I need to do that. All right. Did I read this? I did not. It's already dark out, so I walked Naomi to the station. She said she'd be fine, but Odette knows all about Lionhouse. Which means Ellen probably knows too. I can't see them focusing their efforts on me at this point, but even so, I'd rather not let Naomi walk around at night on her own. Okay, so...
僕は1階の高校生なんだ。あまりこういう店に呼び出さないでくれ。それにアルバイト帰りでね。疲れているから手短にしてほしい。
That's Huh, okay, so that did not last any amount of time. And I could have just finished that off, but it doesn't matter now. Anyway.
アルバイト？例のなんとか喫茶が。あそこはやめた方がいいぜ。この辺りの夜の仕事の方が時給はいいみたいだ。
Please don't tell me it's just you. Actually, okay, actually this feels worse. Actually, never mind.
あの場所にはわびさびがあっただろう。ミハルもそこにやりがいを感じているのさ。
Has been in before. Okay, yeah, obviously, yeah. But anyway.
今すぐやめたいくらいだよ。
Miharu finds herself at Milk Crown once more. Scale and Federico are perched on their usual seats. Naturally, Odette is nowhere to be seen.
オデットさんの姿がないね。
Miharu heard the details from Rinka, but opts to play the fool. This is their first gathering since Odette had told them to leave the heavy lifting to her. Miharu finds herself curious about the two parties' exchanges between then and today.
聡明な君ならもう気づいているだろう。彼女は離反したよ。そして俺の提供した情報をもとに、君のお友達と協力してユウの脱落まで成し遂げたということだね。
あいつはおそらくアランとも協力してたはずだ。
どうしてそう思うのかな？
Logic?
ただの勘だ。
Eh.
リンカってのは戦いになったら足手まといだろ。
Yeah. That comment doesn't sit well with Miharu, but she lets Federico continue.
直後の報道じゃ銃弾で撃たれた男がいたみたいじゃねえか。その後行方不明なんてアラン以外に考えられね
え。Yeah.
なるほど。そうなると問題は、リンカはいいとして、オデットとアランが未だ協力関係を結んでいるかが問題だな。
Don't need to worry about her, and that's how she's gonna get.
どっちの可能性もあるな。アランの情報網はオデットも評価してた。
となると俺たちは二人の脱落が急務だな。
Yeah. Scale, Federico, and Miharu versus Rinka, Odette, and Alan. That is the situation those two are imagining, but Miharu knows this isn't the case. Yeah, Rinka's best defense, the fact that most people think she doesn't matter. Which makes her the perfect protagonist. There are 3 teams, not 2. Scale and Federico, Miharu and Rinka, and Odette and Alan. Although they're not really so much of a team. And also Scale and Federico aren't so much of a team because Scale is going to betray him immediately, and if Federico doesn't know that, he's even dumber than I thought he was, which is saying something. Miharu and Rinka, however, they are the team. 2 versus 2 versus 2. Oh, hey, well, I know, Miharu, but, you know, don't forget Naomi. Naomi support. Okay. Miharu's goal is to obscure Rinka's participation.
両方同時は現実的ではないね。僕がアランの死因を教えてもいいけれど、まだ彼の未練の手がかりはないのだろう。
Oh, Alan's? Okay.
雑誌のインタビュー記事や過去の公な発言を洗ってみたが、結果は想像通りだ。
And I feel like you can glean something off of that. Maybe, perhaps he's not. No, that's a speculation. That would just lead to speculation. It wouldn't really be helpful. But he probably wants to maintain a public image with that, and talking about his regret probably doesn't do well with that, whatever it is. So it's something that he wants to keep away from his public persona, but that could be a many number of things, so it doesn't really narrow anything down.
彼の身辺を調査させているが、家族構成程度しか分かっていない。
家族構成？
母親は彼が幼い頃に病死。父親は彼が16歳の頃に殺害されている。
Murdered? Oof. Did he try to find?
殺害？そりゃ一体。
アランの父親はもともと小さな宝石商を営んでいたらしい。インド国内の採掘場から原石を買い付けて加工会社へ卸していたそうだ。小金持ちになった弊害かはわからないけれども、どうやら欲が出たらしくてね。貧しい人々への金貸しも始めたらしい。金融業者なんて立派なものじゃない。日本では闇金というのだったかな。かなりアコギな商売だったそうだ。
Okay.
恨みを買ったってわけだな。そりゃあやられた方が悪いわな。
Federico's claim held extra weight because he had done the same work as Alan's father during his days in the mafia. Scale shrugs in agreement. Hold on. Okay. For a second there, I didn't understand how someone could shrug in agreement, but I think I can see it.
なるほどね。
Miharu is able to establish a link between this information and the cause of death she is privy to.
その後、10代だったアラン・スコーピオンが父のルートを利用して会社を立ち上げ、財を成したのは有名な話だね。
Oh, okay. For some reason, I'm having a hard time reading this. Okay. Okay, got it. Using his okay.
ちなみに現在の彼の家族構成は弟が4人と妹が1人だそうだ。彼ら家族はアランの収入が支えているらしい。
だとすれば、その家族ってのがアランの未練じゃねえのか？
俺もそれを想定したんだけどね。残念ながらまだこれ以上の背景情報が手に入っていないんだ。
会社やら経営、財産とかは想定してみたけど違ったからよ。あんたに頼るしかないんだ。頼むぜ。
Okay.
家族という線は俺も濃厚だと思っている。任せてくれとは言わないが、俺の仲間には高い報酬を約束している。必ず情報を掴んでくれるさ。
君の仲間かい？
So, buds, huh?
おっと、これ以上は俺の情報に関わるから教えられないね。しかしまあ、ジャーナリストのようなものと思ってくれ。
Of sorts. Miharu nods her head once again.
それではまだアランの死因は教えられないね。
Well.
はあ？なんでだよ。
向こうのグループのリンカと同じだ。非力で社会的な力を持っていない僕は用済みと判断されればおしまいだからね。
非常に合理的な判断だね。構わないよ。アランの情報は未練が判明したら教えてくれ。死因まで調べなくていいというだけで気が楽だ。
そうなると俺たちも黙っているわけにはいかねえ。
Yeah.
分かっているさ。オデット、君の元仲間を狙うわけだろ。
Is it?
人が嫌がる言い方を心得てるみてえだが、それこそあんたのはオデットほどじゃねえな。まあいい。オデットの死因の方なら俺はすでに手に入れている。
Oh?
本当か？いつ？
昨日の夜だ。一人になってふと自分の怪我を見ていて思い出したんだ。俺は死の間際、あいつと同じ場所にいた。詳細は俺の情報にもつながっちまうから教えられないが、その時あいつは腹に傷を負ってた。
Like impale?
だが見ての通り、選定が始まってからのあいつに傷はない。つまりその傷がオデットの死因だったってわけだ。
Federico takes a card from his book, allowing both to glance at it. The contents read as follows. Numeral 11. Blood loss. Miharu and Scale are unable to obtain the card themselves, however. Both understand that this is due to their lack of knowledge as to how that came to pass.
君はそんな大事なことを今日まで忘れていたのか。
うるせえ。あんな体力バカのゴリラ女とずっと一緒にいたんだ。思い出すもんも思い出せなかったんだよ。
死の瞬間、同じ場所にいたと言っていたね。その場合、オデットさんも君の死因を持っていると思った方がいいのではないかい？
ああ、その可能性は俺も元から想定してたさ。だが未練までは持ってないだろうよ。でなけりゃ あいつを裏切った俺が前回の選定で指名されてない理由が説明できないからな。
Yeah.
なるほど。それもそうだね。
それよりだ。ミハル、あんたはオーデットの未練に心当たりがあるって言っていたな。
俺も覚えている。このままでいけばオデットを指名するのはフェデリーコ君になる。
Damn.
そろそろオデットの未練を教えてくれないか。
僕は彼女の未練そのものを知っているわけではないよ。あくまで心当たりがあるだけだ。
Okay.
それで構わないというのなら、そうだね。話すならばこのタイミングしかないだろう。子供。僕はそれが彼女の未練につながるものだと思っている。
Miharu makes sure to explain her reasoning. Sophia served as the trigger for this line of thought. Odette granted her the opportunity to see the world for herself. She never had to do such a thing. She simply could have forced the information out of Sophia then and there. Roman numerals were a mistake. The short pause before every Roman numeral is a chuckle for me every time. Well, I'm glad you're having fun. I can't believe I have to, one, remember what numbers letters are, and then two, do math to do numbers. Although I assume people could just sight read the numbers and know what they mean if they're like read it. I don't, whatever. The risk of Sophia revealing her information did exist, but Odette could have handled that in a number of ways. Instead, she chose the most inefficient yet compassionate route. Sophia trusted in that decision of hers too. Miharu is aware that Sophia was wise beyond her years. She wouldn't have believed Odette so readily. Oh really? Practice them in elementary, huh? Interesting. Anything below 20 is easy. Okay. Cool. I mean... Actually, I'm just gonna move on. It would have been normal to assume Odette would break her promise immediately. That was a part of the puzzle that just didn't fit, one that led Miharu to a certain theory. Sophia understood that Odette was being compassionate, not by instinct, but because she knew Odette's regret.
あの女は感情で動く女だ。仕事も好き嫌いで受けるか受けないかを決める。そんなことを話した記憶はあるぜ。
しかし子供か。当然これだけではカードも生まれない。
ここまではある程度の状況証拠に基づいた仮説さ。ここからが僕の推論だ。オデットさんは自分で自分の生き方を選べる人。フェデリーコさん、僕の考えは間違っているかい？
あいつほど人の指図を受けないやつは珍しいと思うぜ。
Federico gives a clear answer and a deep nod. Scalar has his chin on his hand. He seems to follow Miharu's implication. When he catches Miharu's gaze, he offers his own thoughts.
彼女は未婚で子供もいないはず。しかし子供という言葉が関連して未練になるほどの強い思いとなると、彼女には子供を産めない理由があるということだろうか。例えば肉体的な理由。
However, no card manifests from his conjecture. Scalar remains convinced that they are on the right track regardless.
まだ何か足りないようだけれど、俺は君の話がオデットの未練からそう遠くないとも思う。
since it's perceptual, if they come to a conclusion that she lost a child, then there's any number of ways to lose a child. Then she probably has a lot of feelings about exactly how she lost the child, so you're gonna have to find out if it's true. If the general gist of it is that she lost a child, we're going to have to find out how exactly she lost a child. That's my guess.
わかった。オデット・マランソンの過去の病歴や手術歴を調べさせる。産婦人科系に絞って。
Actually, it's a weird fucking thing to look into. They have to, but it's a weird fucking thing that they have to look into someone about.
話が早くて助かるね。では、僕はもう失礼するよ。また君の情報が集まったら呼んでくれ。前にも言ったけれど、高校生の僕が遅くにこういう店に出入りするのは良くないからね。
まあ待てよ。場所を変えたっていい。もう少し付き合わないか。朝まで過ごせば帰って問題なくなるぜ。
Absolutely the fuck not.
はあ、下品で最低だよ。
Yeah. Miharu shoots Federico an icy glare before leaving. She has no idea that both of those men would wind up drinking till morning.
ナオミが生きてた。
I still can't get over how happy I am. I saw her die right before my eyes, but here I am, able to see her alive and well once again. It's nothing short of a miracle. But at the same time, Yu's remorseful cries after I elected him have stuck with me. Those were his earnest feelings. I even experienced the scene of his death. Both of us died on the train, but the manner in which we passed differed.
でももう決めたから。
Those memories aren't enough to stop me now. I don't regret my decision. His life has served as the stepping stone I need to propel myself forward.
さてと。
It's an interesting line. Lionhouse will be back in business starting tomorrow. I've already gotten in contact with my gran about the logistics, and I sorted out all the orders required. All I have to do now is go to bed. But I keep futzing with my phone. I want to talk to my gran for a bit. Mainly because I have nowhere else to funnel all the feelings I've experienced the past several weeks.
たまには甘えたっていい。めったに泣かなかった私に、おばあちゃんは口癖のように言ってたっけ。
I should be able to get away. Wait. Okay, I think that should say, I should be able to get away with it, just for today. We end up talking a lot longer than anticipated. Well, it was mostly her because she blabbed on about when I was still a baby. It was a topic she'd only touched on briefly before, about the time I was born. Apparently, my parents passed away in a fire immediately after my birth. She doesn't remember much about what happened herself, by nature of both the shock and how busy she was at the time. No one remembers the actual time my mom gave birth to me. That's an interesting detail. My dad probably would, but he's no longer here either. According to her, I was found crying in the smoldering ruins of the fire, almost like I magically appeared out of the flames. What the fuck? Oh? Hello? I haven't been noticing, but this shirt, for instance, I don't know if any of these is anywhere else in her like clothes or whatnot. Well, she wears a lot of red, but there's kind of like a flame motif here. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if that motif is a well, motifs are by definition recurring. I don't know if it's of this symbol is recurring in Rinka's design, but it's there right here. Fire motif all over the place. Okay, that's really funny. Not funny, but interesting. Funny, interesting. Ugh, okay. Her death, her birth, her name. Oh, her name too. I know you've said, probably, her name, said the meaning of her name before, but I forgot what it was. Dignity and fire. That's a lot of fire. Interesting. Very interesting. This is like fire as a cycle of death and rebirth. The phoenix. There's I don't know. There's a lot. Glenn also doesn't remember when she came to learn my name. What? However, she does remember that my mom was the one to rename me Rinka, as well as the meaning behind my name. It all comes as quite a shock to me. The details of what happened were vague, but I was able to accept it, considering those who witnessed it were gone. I'm well aware of what it's like to spend your days in a daze after a traumatic event. Give me 1 second. Okay. My memory lapse surrounding the events that led to becoming a participant in Divine Selection is proof of that. For my gran, this took place 16 years ago. It wouldn't be odd for something to trigger her memory, but as far as I'm concerned, there's no need for that to happen. I might have thought differently last month, but I'm not the same person as before.
でもどうしてこの話を?
There's a noticeable pause. She's usually the type to give a quick and concise answer, so it's rare for this to happen. I hear her mulling it over for a moment before finally speaking up again. We then finish the conversation off with some small talk before hanging up.
今日のおばあちゃんちょっと変だったな。
A person's life is a miracle in and of itself. I just want you to know that. That did nothing to answer the question. She doesn't normally talk like that either. This is the first time I had heard her say such a thing. There was something about it, though. It set my heart ablaze. Ablaze. Hey, yo! Is this purple guy? Hold on, let's see. This is a thing. There's diamonds here. And then this thing. This is interesting. Okay. This one has a pop print on it. This one has a pop print on it. This one is barely a clock. I don't know what this is, and neither is this, but they're circular. Anyway. Huh. This is weird. I'm aware of what's going on in my dreams, despite it not being Sunday. I've experienced this a number of times before. I'm not in the Quid of Fate either. It's almost like another side of the dream world entirely. It's not long before I hear a man's voice ring out.
お久しぶり。でもないね。もうそんなご託はいらないかな。
「
自分の運命と決着をつけた君に待ち受けているのはきっとより困難な道だろう。
Each clock is a participant can't figure out the specifics. Ah. That would mean the one at the head... Wait, no. No, 1. Rinka is 1, right? Not seeing it, though. With the diamonds. I think probably they just look cool.
無限の可能性の中に君が道を作っていくんだ。君の命が奇跡を作っていくんだ。それは決して奇跡なんかではないね。君たち人間の意志の力というものだろうか。私はようやく興味を持ち始めたさ。おっと、無駄話はいいね。私が君の夢に顔を出すことが一体何を意味するのか、君はもう分かっているのだろう。君の忘却がまた一つ紐解かれるということさ。
There's another layer to unravel. Maybe I'm missing something, or maybe this is supposed to come as a surprise, but let's see. I feel my consciousness fade once again. His grating? His grating voice gradually fades into the distance as I fall deeper into the sea of my subconscious. Fuck, not this again. Flames envelop me. Flames powerful enough to flake the skin off from my bones. My skin is charred, my lungs destroyed by the smoke. My life turns to ash. My inability to move even my fingers tells me as much. I hear someone shouting. They're shouting the same thing over and over. The voice is eventually swallowed up by the roaring flames. My consciousness is dissipated by the time their voice fades completely. What did we learn from that, though? Jesus. Another morning where I wake up screaming. This time it's due to a frightful dream. Oh, hi, Lente! Great to see you again. I don't know. The blue of his eyes is very different, but... You are interesting. Hold on, I'm gonna pet my cat. Hold on. How you doing? How you doing? Okay. I noticed Letta lying right on top of me as I think things over. Nice. It feels like this has happened before. I figure that the contents of my dream are my memories of a specific event. Memories of when I lost my life in an explosion on the train. Memories of an event that has been undone, one that represented just a single possibility. Up until now, anyway. I'm not 100% sure why. Perhaps the world underwent some changes after my recent actions. There's no clear answer for now, at least. Yeah, that makes it seem you died from the actual explosion physically, like the fire damage. Fire damage. This isn't an RPG. Because you died from you, but wait, no, that happened after. You died after, so which may mean they're memories of a much earlier time. Okay. It's possible they came back to me after my grand told me over the phone. Oh, when you were born? Something doesn't quite fit, though. Okay. I understood what was happening in my dream. There's no way a newborn would be able to form such vivid memories. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
ならあの夢は一体
Yeah. Okay.
あんたに問いかけたんじゃないって
Well, maybe he has an answer. The only response I get is Lette's meow. It throws my concentration off a bit. So I end up petting Lette for a bit before going on about my morning routine. Hi, Mao!
今日はまたリータンと二人だね
Mao and I go to the rooftop during lunchtime. My dream woke me up pretty early, so I had enough time to make my own lunch. Meanwhile, Mao was eating a fruit sandwich, anpan, and strawberry milk to wash it all down. Alright. Oh. I feel my heart clogged just looking at that lineup. I don't know, I could go for some anpan, honestly. Holy shit. Anyway,
今日は甘党の気分なのだよ
so she says before she starts to munch away. Miharu didn't come to school today. I was a bit worried at first considering this happened right after we had our little fight, but she did message me, telling me not to worry. Granted, telling me without explaining the situation is going to make me do the opposite. I know it's best if I stay put though. The last thing I want is to mess things up for her while she's dealing with Scale and Federico. I make plans to hit the library with Naomi after school. I wasn't sold on the idea when I first asked her, but I figure our school's old enough to have some potentially worthwhile information hidden somewhere. Of course, I've still got to work at Lionhouse as well, so the plan is to grab a number of books related to design and such and borrow them.
リータンまた難しい顔してる
Being all pensive again.
なあごめん
I get started on my own lunch after Mao snaps me back to reality. I'm not accustomed to making my own lunch, but it's pretty good all things considered. Spending time like this, eating and chatting with Mao, helps me realize that I haven't lost my regular life yet. Ah, there it is. I said something like this earlier in the other episode.
ねえリータンさ
Mao cuts off the small talk all of a sudden. Her tone grows far more reserved than usual. We were in the middle of half-heartedly discussing a shoujo manga, but I make sure to give her my full attention now.
リータンやミハルンナオリンがみんなで何をしてるかって知らないしはぶられてるわけじゃないからどうでもいいんだけどさゴールデンウィークが明けてからずーっとみんなの様子が変なのは分かってるけどさみんなで映画とカラオケとボーリングと水族館に遊びに行く約束もなくなっちゃったりしてたけどさ
yeah.
ボーリングと水族館が増えてるよいやー次に持ち越し的なしたいことはいっぱいあった方がいいし
Mao hesitates before she continues.
いいやここまで話の腰折られたしやめとこう
Both of us nod in agreement.
どうせほとんど毎日ずーっと顔合わせるんだもんね
Following that, we return to our small talk. The discussion continues even after the bell rings, and we make our way back to class. Ooh, the park. Having taken the day off from school, Miharu finds herself in one of Shinjuku's expansive parks. It is a park near Lionhouse, a park dear to Rinka. Rinka isn't the only one with her, though.
かあ、来ちまったな。運命の終着点ってのによ。
いつからここがその場所だと気づいていたんだい？
Oh, this scene? Oh, this scene? Wait a minute. You two are talking. Hold on.
気
What
づ
is
くわ
going
け
on?
ねえだろ。調べたんだよ。あの時計台はこの国じゃ珍しいからな。そう時間はかからなかったさ。
Huh.
さすがの君も勘だけで見知らぬ土地を当てられるわけはないね。くせ、おかしな質問をしてしまったよ。
Alright. I mean, whenever they show one of these, I think that's at least going to be a candidate if there are multiple. Okay. Both Miharu and Odette set their eyes on the clock tower in the distance as they talk. Neither bothers to sit down. What is going on here? The situation would come as no surprise to those who know Odette well enough. Miharu was making her way to school as always when Odette showed up all of a sudden. All that followed was a simple request from Miharu to come with her before dragging her along by force. While that made it obvious how she must have treated Federico, Miharu still finds herself on edge. Her own wariness would prove meaningless, though. Odette just wanted to visit an art gallery. Miharu figured that denying her proposition would require too much effort, so she opted to join her. They didn't go for the standard displays, though. However. Their sights were set on the seasonal art exhibition. Focused on easily one of the most famed artists of all time, Van Gogh. Miharu isn't too familiar with the arts. She subscribes to the belief that expanding one's knowledge should take precedence over enjoying others' creations. Interesting. This school of thought clearly doesn't apply to Odette. There was a look of nostalgia in her eyes when she was taking in his works. It was a complete contrast to her hearty self. While born in Holland, Van Gogh spent most of his days in France. Many of his paintings used France as their motif, too. Miharu wasn't convinced that the look in Odette's eyes was fueled solely by memories of her homeland, though. Odette eventually stopped in front of a painting of a farm village titled The Harvest. Okay, I want to actually look up what that looks like real quick. The Harvest... Van Gogh. There we go. Ah. There is sure some harvest going on in there. In that. Alright. She spent over 30 minutes staring at it. It was almost as if she had lost herself in the painting. This is so cool. Miharu made no attempt to speak to her during that time. She had every opportunity to leave, but she never took it. She never was able to figure out what Odette was thinking. However, that moment made Odette feel truly human to her. It was the same sensation as when she learned of the compassion she showed to Sonia.
意外だったろ。私があんな風に絵を見るなんてよ。
そうだね。君の知識が幅広いことは知っていたけれど、芸術はもっと斜に構えて見るのかと思っていた。
I haven't read the dialogue yet.
君はまるで子供のような目をしていたね。
And you weren't done delivering it, apparently. I was just realized now that the color scheme for the background is similar, maybe even the same, as The Harvest by Van Gogh. It's kind of... It's similar vibes to the way the thing is painted. That's really cool. Okay, now let me read it. Okay. Okay.
当たり前だ。優れた芸術の前じゃ誰だって今を忘れちまう。
Honestly, this makes perfect sense. Art captures emotion, feeds it to you, you embody it, it embodies you. It's all about the emotional experience of it, and Odette is, you know, as was said, a creature of emotion. It's makes perfect sense to me. Odette casts her eyes to the sky as she speaks. A gentle breeze floats past us, bringing with it a murder of crows. What is that line? That is what? A gentle breeze floats past us, bringing with it a murder of crows. Alright. I have something to do with that later. You might see it on my Tumblr in a day or two. Okay. Odette's choice of words leads Miharu to a certain idea.
君は自分の未練が僕たちに知られそうになっていることに気づいているね。まさかその件で僕を。
ああ、そうさ。私の未練が割れそうになっていることはもう分かってる。フェデリーコのやつもそろそろ死因に思い当たってるだろう。
そこで一番話しやすそうな僕ということかい？交渉。いや、それは君らしくない。
Miharu fires a glance at Odette. She's on high alert now. At the same time, her alarm serves to trigger her nerves.
いや、てめえをどうこうするつもりはねえよ。私にとっちゃ女神の選定なんてのは所詮ゲームだ。勝ったら生きる、負けたら死ぬ。もう罪だってんならせめてそれまで楽しめればそれでいいさ。
君が脱落させた人はそんなつもりではなかったと思う。ソフィアも。いや、そんなことを言う資格は僕にはないね。
Miharu trails off, shaking her head. Odette and Federico may have been the ones who led Sophia to her elimination, but it was Miharu who ultimately carried it out. Oh yeah. Her reasoning, however important it may be to her, will never change that fact. Yeah. That's a good way of understanding the difference between idealism and materialism, where you have your idea, right? It's something that's important, your reasoning, your ideal, something that's important to you, right? But the fact is that Sophia is gone, right? That's the material reality.
君は行きたくないのかい？
そんなわけねえだろ。楽しいことは多い方がいいに決まってる。
There's always so much stuff to do. Yeah, I really get that.
だがよ、私の未練は決して叶うもんじゃねえ。だったら死んだって別に構わない。私にとっちゃもう人生ですらゲームみたいなもんだ。どんなにレベルを上げても現実じゃ何も変えられねえからな。
ならやはり僕の抱えていた違和感は正しかったということだね。
もったいぶるつもりもねえ。メイドの土産なんてわけでもねえが話してやるよ。私の生まれはゴッホの収穫のような風景が続く時代遅れの田舎だったのさ。
Ha ha whoa whoa oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oh shit. Oh my god. Okay. Odette shares the story of her past with Miharu. Miharu takes it all in. There is no hint of sentimentalism as Odette reveals both her past and her regret. In fact, it sounds the same as if she were telling an inconsequential story. Miharu finds herself unable to say anything for a while, even after Odette finishes. There is no easy way to sum up what she just heard. As a fellow woman, harsh doesn't begin to describe it.
これじゃあリンカのことをバカとは言えないな。
Ah, for getting involved. Got it. Yeah. Yes. The first thing to emerge is criticism toward herself. Odette lets out a hearty laugh when she hears that.
同情してくれてんのかい？
ただ君にかける言葉を持たないだけさ。
Odette's complete lack of emotion toward her own past strikes fear in the heart of Miharu. She shows no sign of either sadness or anger. Odette is a broken soul. That's how Miharu feels. The reality that her regret would elude her for an entire life likely took its toll on Odette over a long, long period of time.
なぜ僕に君の話を？
てめえは強さの意味を履き違えちゃいないからだ。
意味がわからないよ。
Pausing for a second. We got a little bit of this with Alan. We still need more. We're getting this with Odette. I feel like we're going to get it with Federico too, based on that that little tease of whatever his regret is. They all started off as like really these scary, intimidating figures, right? Who do bad things because they're bad or whatever. But we're seeing like this even more human side to them. I wonder if Scale is going to break that pattern. Patterns are meant to be broken. Because even though I immediately don't trust him, right? Because of his justice rhetoric and right? But I wonder if he's not gonna have some sort of this sort of thing. Right? But anyway, we'll see. Refocusing back to Odette. Okay. Okay, I just said we're refocusing and shifting back to Odette, and then Miharu gives up trying to follow Odette. That's funny. The concept of enjoying oneself holds more meaning than is imaginable. Miharu understands that much. She gets the hidden meaning behind doing what one can to enjoy the present. That's why she can't figure out Odette.
スケールは次の選定でてめえを指名する。
Hello? Fucking okay.
奴はてめえとリンカが仲違いしてないことなんざおそらく気づいているだろう。その上で泳がせていたってわけだ。8度目の選定じゃフェデリーコが私を指名、スケールがてめえを指名で2人の脱落。てめえからアランの死因のカードを取得すればス スケールの目的は達成される。ま、用済みってわけだ
な。Yeah.
なんだって。
Shit. Miharu fails to hide her surprise at Odette's sudden claim. Not over the idea that skill is done with her, though.
彼が僕の未練のカードを持っているのは知っている。けれども、いつの間に僕の死因まで。
抜け目ないことがあだになったってことだ。てめえが手首を隠し続けていること。それ自体が答えだろ。
Okay, yeah, I thought about this. I don't know if I said anything, but I thought that might be too much of a clue.
そんな。
Miharu rubs her wrist on Waveflex. Whenever Miharu wore long sleeves, they seemed to be intentionally longer than usual, and when with short sleeves, she wore gloves. And that she does so to keep her wrists concealed, even when stretching out her arms. In cases where one might be able to get a peek, she would use her bag, card book, and even her other hand to keep them concealed.
てめえは所詮思春期のガキだ。手首に傷を作るなんて珍しくはないだろう。そこから連想したことと身辺調査で死因を見つけるなんてのは難しいことじゃねえ。スケールのようなやつにはことさらな。なんとか喫茶だっけか。てめえがアルバイトしている場所の制服では手袋の着用が認められている。これは飲食店としちゃ稀だ。あいつはそれを確かめるためにもてめえのアルバイト先まで顔を出したんじゃねえのか。
全部お見通しってわけか。怖いな。
私の些細な判断から未練までたどり着いたやつが何を言ってやがる。
しかしやはり不可解だ。どうしてスケールに狙われていることを教えてくれたんだい。君の脱落の原因となる僕も脱落した方が君は楽しいのではないかな。
何言ってる。私はな、てめえに自分の弱さを見抜かれて気持ちいいくらいに感じている。スケールは人の弱みに敏感だ。だからこそ情報収集もできてるわけだが、てめえは似ているようで違う。私は好きだぜ、てめえのこと。恋愛的な意味でな。
Question?
てめえは人の弱さに敏感だった。そこに惚れちまったってわけよ。もっとも4度目の選定で出し抜かれた時から気になってはいたんだ。そんな相手に生き残ってもらいたいってのはてめえもよくわかる感情だろ。
I think I know what to call this episode then.
いきなり何を言い出すんだい。冗談はやめてくれないか。
Miharu loses her composure due to Odette's sudden confession. Huh? She pouts a tad, averting her eyes from Odette, who continues after that.
冗談じゃねえさ。てめえも私も弱いんだ。弱い奴らは惹かれ合うんだよ。
Oh.
それに私はどっちもいける口だぜ。顔も体も好みな部類だ。その点じゃフェデリーコとは気が合うかもしれねえな。
Oh.
ダメだよ。仮に君が本気で言っていたとしても受け入れられないさ。僕が愛するのはリンカだけだからね。
その片思いってのも弱い証拠だよな。言っておくがよ、多分あの女にその気はないぜ。
やめてくれ。 そういうんじゃないんだ僕は。
Diversity win. The mafioso and the pirate lady who are into the 17-year-old are bisexual. Oh, good. Goody. Alright.
分かってるよ。
Odette follows her sarcasm up with a serious expression. The sudden switch frightens Miharu a bit, but she takes every effort to show her own fortitude in the face of it.
好きになったやつがいるなら、そいつを悲しませるな。言っている意味、わかるな。
Oh yeah, Elisa Odette is cool about it and doesn't hit on her. That's, yeah. Miharu nods while answering. She made the decision to offer her life for Rinka's sake. Yet she knows that decision will not result in Rinka's happiness.
しかし、このままフェデリーコに指名されるのも面白くね。振られちまった借りを返してもらうためにも、一つ協力してもらうぜ。
Odette explains her plan without waiting for a response. While the idea takes Miharu by surprise, she nods in agreement.
それでこそだ。てめえにだからこそ頼めるってもんだ。
あ
あ。Oh.
さてと、てめえは最後まで地獄に来るんじゃねえぞ。
当然さ。地獄でも天国でもない。リンカの隣に行くだけさ。
Okay, as much as I love that second screenshot, I think... Side. I think the first one works better with... Because this is a very, very, very good title for what happens in this episode. Right there. I'm just gonna have the screenshot of young Odette just for me, I guess.
やけるね。んじゃ、あばよ。
Leaving Miharu with those final words, Odette walks off. Miharu collapses onto a nearby bench in an effort to calm herself down. Once she settles down, she remains there until sunset. Odette's comments about weakness leave her deep in thought. And that's going to do it for today. Oh boy, that's going to be interesting. Can't wait for that to happen tomorrow. But yeah. Inner sleeve. It's called inner sleeve. Alright. It's called inner sleeve. Guys, it's called inner sleeve. This scene's called inner sleeve. Okay. Okay, yeah. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna end things here. Oof. Probably going to not talk too much because Moonfire Fox Girl has to go. And I think I'll talk more. Well, a lot of times I kind of just ramble on, and I more easily form my thoughts like half an hour after I finish streaming. So my thoughts on what happened today I'll probably say next time. So hope you enjoyed. I very much did. That was great. Oh, that scene. Oh, that was a good scene. yeah, if you enjoyed me and the game that I chose to play, consider following me on Twitch, subscribing on YouTube, liking the video if you're on YouTube, and also if you liked it, and commenting if you have something to say. But for now, that's gonna do it. This has been Fatal 12. I've been Calypso, aka Mint Carousel, and I'm signing out. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Or night.